Nissan, a brand we haven't spoken about much lately, nor have you heard from them for a while. Seems like they've gone into hibernation in the public eye.
Nissan's last all-new product in India was the Nissan Kicks SUV, which was quite a while back. But the Kicks was unable to do what it was intended to against its rivals.
But instead of throwing in the towel and saying Arigato India, they went to work on a brand new SUV specifically designed for the Indian market, and this is it, the Nissan Magnite.
Nissan has just unveiled the new Magnite and it is expected to be launched very soon. We were invited to spend some time with the Magnite and take a closer look at the new subcompact SUV and what it will have to offer.
Starting with the way it looks, Nissan has given the Magnite a really bold look with this new giant grille. They're flanked by these nice sleek LED headlamps, and you have the LED DRLs running, and you have the fog lamp down at the bottom. It's got a very aggressive style, and all the lighting on this car are LEDs. These are projector LEDs, and these are all LED headlamps on the entire car. Like the concept which that showcased earlier in the year, the overall look of the car is very close to the concept. You have the squared off wheel arches for that muscular look. These are 16-inch alloy wheels, and the design is very similar to what we saw on the concept. Coming to the side, you have a really nice silhouette and very muscular and SUV proportions and look to it. Also, they have worked very intelligently in terms of making the car a little more premium. You have these rubber dampening to that sound of the door closing. Let's just hear that once. It sounds very silent, toned down, and very premium. You come to the back and you have this really nice indent which gives a more robust kind of a look to the side, and the paint on this is very interesting, because this is the first time you can see in a car of this segment come with a 4-layer paint job. There are 3 layers of paint, and you have a 4th clear coat on the car, which gives it that really nice, if you can see, there's different shades of red in the same position. You can turn around and you can get different shades from the car. It looks really nice and premium.
Additionally, being an SUV, Nissan has worked in making the Magnite a practical package, with a best-in-class ground clearance of 200 mm at the bottom, functional roof rails on top, and a decently sized boot of 336 liters.
Now, of course, on the high spec versions of the car, you get this nice dual tone option for the paint. What is really interesting is the sloping design, and this gives it that more SUV of a like look instead of a crossover type design for the silhouette, which makes it a little more appealing in my opinion. They're really nice tail lamps, which also the design which we saw from the concept earlier, they have been carried over and they look really nice. Keeping on with the trend, you get the badging, the bold Magnite in lettering, which is really cool. Below this car comes with a CVT and a turbo engine. We'll get to that in a bit. The bumper is also very muscular and looks really nice. Overall, the shape of the Magnite is actually really nice, and I'm happy with the way it looks. My only 2 gripes with the car is why have the Datsun design philosophy for the front end, and also somehow, for some reason, the tires from the back look a little bit skinny. Even though the 195 section tires, they just look a little bit skinny from the rear, which is the only gripe that I have with the car. Otherwise, I'm really impressed with the way the Nissan has been able to design the overall car. Now, a key element about a car is the interior, so let's take a look at what's inside. When you sit inside the Magnite, you have a brand new fresh look for the interior for Nissan India. You have a really nice layout. The plastic materials are also very good. The build quality is decent as well. You got these nice air vents on top. The driver gets a nice steering wheel. It's also very compact. It's very race car like, a tiny little steering wheel, which is really cool. They have buttons for the multifunction for the infotainment system and for the MID controls. This steering is also adjustable, but only for rake, not for reach. You have a nice 8-inch touchscreen over here, which is the infotainment system. It works really well and it is very user-friendly. What is really cool is that this is the first car, not only in its segment, but in India, to offer wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The only other cars that offer wireless CarPlay and Android Auto in India are premium luxury cars like BMWs. Now, moving on from that, below it you get these nice rotary dials for the HVAC system. Below that is a smartphone dock, and if you equip the Magnite with a what they're calling is a tech package. You can get a wireless charging pad over here, along with other features like ambient lighting and like JBL speakers, a few more that will be offered and announced at the launch. Below that you have a start-stop button right here, and here there's more storage for smartphones or other knickknacks at the bottom. This is the gear lever, which is very similar to what we've seen before from Nissan, but it's got a new style and new design. This is the automatic version. There will be a manual. We'll get to the engines in a bit. Beyond that, there are two cup holders at the bottom. There is no storage under this armrest, but there are rear AC vents. But you'll notice the upholstery on the inside the Magnite. It's got a nice new denim-like upholstery that you get. You don't get leather, but which is nice. Here is a mix of leather and denim, which gives a really nice feel to the upholstery. You have it on the doors, you have it on the center armrest, you have it on the seats, and it's really nice. Other than that, the seats are quite supportive. They have been contoured very well. The side bolstering are very good. What's really cool is that if you open this, that's a 10-liter glove box, which is probably more than you'd ever need. So, and it's also got lighting inside, but there is no cooling function, unfortunately.
While there are no cooled seats or sunroof on offer, the Magnite will be equipped with Nissan's connected car technology, in addition to a 360-degree camera as well. The 7-inch TFT all-digital driver's instrument cluster is bright and vibrant, and the Japanese-like animation is really cool. It even provides a display for the tire pressure monitors.
And let's move to the back and see how much space there is available. Now with the Magnite at the back seat, you will find yourself pretty much comfortable because there's a lot of knee room, there's a lot of headroom, and there's a lot of leg room as well. This seat is set to my driving position, and I'm 5'7", and I don't think there's any issue. I've even sat behind someone who's 6 feet. So that's not much of an issue for most people. There's a center armrest with cup holders. There's also a smartphone cradle over here which you can slot in, which is pretty cool. The seat is relatively flat, and so is the floor, which is also pretty flat, which is nice. So sitting 3 people on together could be easy, but we don't have the capacity to test it at the moment. You get nice rear AC vents. There is a 12-volt charging socket at the bottom, and there isn't much else apart from adjustable headrests. And I think it's pretty cool design what they've done, and there's a lot of space inside, and the shoulder room is also really cool. So overall, the cabin experience is really nice.
The Magnite is based on the same CMF-A Plus platform as the Renault Triber. Currently, Nissan has not revealed much about the Magnite's powertrain. However, it has been confirmed that it will be offered with the HRAO 1-liter turbo petrol engine and will come offered with a CVT automatic. While the official performance figures are to be confirmed, power output is expected to be around the 100 horsepower mark. But there could be a naturally aspirated version of the engine available for the lower spec variants, while a manual transmission option is likely to be offered as well.
Now the Magnite is poised to fight it out in the most competitive segment in India, the subcompact SUV space. Yes, it's going to compete against the likes of the Kia Sonet, the Hyundai Venue, the Vitara Brezza and others. But does the Magnite have what it takes to be a success in India? From what I've seen today, it has the potential. It has everything that it needs to be. But I will reserve my final judgment about the Magnite till we get it on the road and drive it to see what it's actually like to live with. Until then, let us know what you think about the Nissan Magnite in the comment section below. And do remember to like, share and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah.